Should you trust funded accounts? Hi, it's Charlie giving you this week's video. Well, I've probably done a video on this before, but I speak to so many people who are saying, "Oh, I'm just going to do this funded account program," and okay, so let's cut to the nitty gritty of them. Should you trust them? No, I don't think you should. Uh, why not? Well, let's just go through a number of factors here with regards to funded accounts. Firstly, the authorities are looking to clamp down on them within the next 2 years here in the UK. So the regulatory authorities. Why do you think the regulators are looking to clamp down on them? Now, some people who are into conspiracies say, "Oh, because it's a conspiracy, they don't want us to make money." No, that's not true. The reason they want to clamp down on them is because so many people lose money with them. You just spend all this money out on challenge fees. The challenge fees just go into the pot, which just so if the challenge fees are coming into the pot here, they have a load of pot of money and they'll pay out on a tiny little bit of that pot to people who make money. Now, and you'd say, well, that's okay, it's just the odds of trading. Well, we'll cover that off in a minute, because even those people that get through, and if you were to be able to make consistent returns through the other side, and we're going to talk about all of that in this video, then I know, because I've been told this from people who work for these funded accounts, that they will try and find ways. They do need people to create testimonials for them. Say, "Oh yes, I got paid out and I got paid this, that and the other." But they don't want people getting that every month because they've only got so much as far as new challenge fees coming in from which to pay the people who have made money. Because remember, you are trading on a demo account. They're not real accounts. Why do you think they put you on a demo account? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's because they know that most people are going to lose money. So why would they give you, how much money do you think they might have if they were actually giving you a real account? Of course they're not. So again, I've had conversations with one of the biggest brokers who provide the data and the systems to many of these very well-known funded account programs. So they've told me what goes on. I know what goes on behind the scenes. So the likes of the FCA, and I guess it will happen elsewhere as well, because the regulators tend to follow each other, they want to clamp down on it because too many people lose too much money. Because they go into a challenge account, fail, go in again, fail, go in again, and some of these challenges, they'll say, "Well, yes, we'll give you 500,000, but it's going to cost you £2,500 challenge fee in order to get that." And there are many stories of people spending tens of thousands on challenge fees just to get that. Why don't you just put the challenge fees into a normal brokerage account and trade that? So, okay, let's go through some of the numbers then. The realities are that I've seen the stats before, something like 93%, and these will vary admittedly from one funded account provider to another, but from one of the larger funded account programs, about 93% of applicants fail. People who go for the challenge, they fail. Okay, I'm going to talk about all aspects of this in just a moment. Then of those 7% that get through, it's something like 80% of the 7% within a month have lost money. So then you're getting down to a really, really, really small number. The bright ones just risk a very, very small amount per trade, so they try and stay in the game, but nevertheless, for all the effort, is it really worth it? For all the effort, because again, like I've said, what happens is they don't really want to be paying you out all of the time, because it's effectively like a legalized Ponzi scheme, because they need money coming in this end in order to pay out down at this end. So if there's not enough money coming in this end, and it's a highly competitive market now, lots of companies out there, means that there's less money in challenge fees coming in, Yeah. And so what I'm hearing stories of is people having to take screenshots of their accounts in order to try and try and get paid, struggling to get paid out of from challenge account providers, and they start moving the goalposts around, even change the numbers on your accounts to say, no, 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 look, this is the number on your account, we're only going to pay you this. Or and now what they were doing just a year or so ago, and I'm sure they still do, they'll blow out the spreads because it's a demo account. They can just move all the spreads out at a weekend if you're holding trades or even overnight, just to get you stopped out. So they'll, and slippage as well on your stop losses, anything to help you make less, so slippage, all those sorts of things that you probably wouldn't see and have with a proper genuine broker. So all those shenanigans to try and stop you, limit you, and how much money you're going to get paid out. So, like I said, they'll happily pay out. A bit like a casino, they'll happily pay out here and there to people because they need the testimonials. But if you were really good and you were making too much, that's costing them out of their pot of challenge fees. So what they end up doing is they run their algorithms and they'll start moving the spreads around, and they will create slippage on your stops and on your fills as well. All of these things, which is why I say, why bother? Okay. So what about, there's a number of these companies out there. Like I've said, to start off with, the regulators are coming down on it. They hate this. What I've been told as a professional money manager myself, having the contacts I have in the city, is that they have got about 2 years. And I don't know what the FCA here in the UK are going to do, but apparently they've got about 2 years. So whether they ban them outright, they've done it before with other things, or whether they don't allow people to open accounts. If you're based and live in the UK, you will be banned from doing that. So I don't know which way around they're going to do all of that, but that's what's coming. So my point is, open up your own account with a proper broker and start trading that and adding all this wasted money you're spending on challenge fees, put it into that and build up your own account. So what you also see is a lot of people on social media and stuff saying, oh, we'll help you pass a challenge and all of that stuff as well. And you get a lot of people on social media saying how much money they've made on it. It's all a con, ladies and gentlemen. They are all in it because they're getting backhanders, because if the social media influencers are saying, I will help you pass the challenge, yeah, they probably will probably get you through, because they've got a tie-in with that given funded account provider. You've just paid that funded account provider, whatever it is, £400, whatever it might be, £1,000 for your challenge. Yes, you pass, but then they'll get a backhander on that from the funded account provider, and then off you go, and then you'll just end up losing yourself. So it's cost you £1,000 or however much your challenge account is. Challenge fee is £400, £200, whatever, but you'll never get anywhere with it, and then you'll go and do it again. So you've got your influencers out there doing the same thing, and you've got a lot of people on social media talking about this sort of stuff, saying I'll help you pass and all of that. Is because they have a vested interest in receiving payments from the funded account prop firms, whatever you want to call them. So they're all in it in that regard together. Because if someone was a decent trader, why would you use a funded account? If someone's a decent trader, and you should therefore be trading with a decent amount of capital. Therefore, you don't need a funded account. Now, people will come up with all the reasons why. They'll say, oh, it's free money, blah, 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 blah. Why? Any trader worth their salt would know it's on a demo account, and that the way that the system here works, like I've just gone through. So they know they're going to get slipped and all of those things as well. It's a lie. It's a big con. That's how I see it. I'm no doubt going to get some stick here today, but that's how I see it. I've spoken to enough people in the industry to know that it's basically it's a legal con. It's not an illegal, but that's essentially what it is. And that is why the regulators will be banning it here in the UK in the next 2 years. So if you're thinking about going into the funded account route, please don't. You're wasting your money. You'll spend it. You might get through. Maybe you last a few months or so, with the tight rules and everything else. At some point, you'll hit your max drawdown limit, and then you'll be doing the funded account thing again, giving them more money and keeping on feeding it. Focus on trading properly with a proper broker, with proper spreads and proper market-based slippage. If there is going to be slippage on your orders, do it the right way rather than chasing the dream. Just remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Do you really think that they're here for you to be able to make you loads of money and you're going to get your payouts and da da da? No, they're businesses. They want to keep as much of these challenge fees as they can. That is what's in their vested interests. So it's a pipe dream. Leave it alone, or if you have done it, I'm sure you've already learnt. Some people no doubt will say on comments that, oh no, Charlie, it's all good and everything else. Great, but you'll see what's coming. You never come across traders who say, yeah, I've been doing it for 4 years and I've made £500,000. Well, you'll hear the influencers may well say that to you, but otherwise it's a complete waste of your time and money. Do it the right way and you'll be far better off. There you go. That's my video for the week. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. I'll see you next week.